Just what I thought was going to happen. I had talked about this maybe about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago in one of my videos with Antoine Daniels and Corey going back and forth. Well, here we go. Corey's getting exactly what he needed, and I'm gonna tell you why. When he started disrespecting that man's wife, she wasn't on his show at all. When he came with a side chick, I got and I understood why Corey was doing that. He does soft things to show you just how soft he is. But the problem is when that man showed that man's daughter and talked about how she looked. No, 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 no. That's not something you do. As you look right here, you look up in the corner, you'll see right here Stephen B. Sharshik. Guess that's the name of the corporation. Wade. Let me see. Attorney plaintiffs, Leslie Daniels, Sharita Daniels. That's his daughter and his wife. Antoine didn't do it. You know what's going on. Corey thought that it was clear landing to disrespect a man's wife and daughter on YouTube. That's what he thought. And I'm gonna let the lead let you break it down because I think there's no better person to explain the ignorance that this man just did. So
Real deal. This is the hood version. All right, I should take my tie off of this BS. But man, look at what we got. What are we talking about tonight, guys? I didn't even know this. Big shout out to House of Hypocrites. He's been on this. Well, man, look at what your boy sent me. Man, it's a lawsuit. Oh my God. It's a lawsuit. Who are the plaintiffs? It's the Daniels family. Oh my God. The Daniels family. Leslie Daniels, who is the daughter as an individual, and Sharita Daniels, the wife, also in individuals as plaintiffs. Oh my God, we got a lawsuit. What are they claiming? Defamation. Oh my God, we knew it, didn't we? Shout out to House of Hypocrites. I was like, shit. You know, when Anton came out that day, the day after, I guess must have been a Wednesday, he was talking about the pain, he was talking about the suffering that his daughter was going through. And everybody was like, ooh, this looked like some positioning, right? This was the day he is right there. Big shout out to I just shouted about. Big shout out to House of Hypocrites. Sent me this lawsuit. I didn't know nothing about it. And this is what's surprising too, because apparently this was filed. Shit, when was this damn thing filed? This was filed in February, guys. How did no one? I don't know how this came on House of Hypocrites radar.
I'm gonna tell you something. This is why I noticed that Antoine was not saying anything about Corey. I noticed that even from the show, all he said was, "I called him out, and I was about to beat his." Hey, remember he said that. So when he said that, you'll notice that that people was like, "Well, Antoine did not back down from him." He was like, "Dog, we can come outside." Corey had a change of heart, but not to say that you know. What I mean, they should have fought. But I'm gonna tell you something. I noticed. Antoine did not go low blows. He did not start talking about this man as a father. He did not start talking about this man as of not being married. He didn't go there at all. He just kept it straight, just Corey. But he also talked about the people that don't hold Corey accountable. But he didn't say nothing bad about his what's her name? I forgot her name. But he did not talk bad about his co-host. Kept it straight just on Corey. But what did Corey do? Good old fashioned Corey. Could not stop.
I didn't hear nothing about this. This was filed over a month ago. Shit, we're in April now, 2 months ago. Did any of y'all hear about this? I didn't know nothing about it. And it's in LA, state of California. That is where Corey Holcomb resides, of course. And who is being sued? Corey Lamont, of course, Holcomb, and the 5150 Show, a business organization, and John Doe's 1 through 25 inclusive. So he's leaving it open. He's saying, hey, man, hey, I might add some motherfuckers to this. Y'all keep talking. Now, big shout out to Darlene, big shout out to Craig. I'm not really sure they said anything, right? You know, we're gonna get into it. But we saw who was who was the main culprit. But yeah, shout out to House of Hypocrites, man. He was on it for this and sent me these documents. And you know, I don't know where he stands on this whole Anton thing or who's right or who's wrong. I'll tell you, as a professional YouTuber, I guess I'll call myself. Y'all don't know. People been eating. People been eating on this Anton Corey Holcomb thing. I would have to say the biggest beneficiary has to be O'Shea. Somebody write O'Shea Duke Jackson.
Oh, O'Shea been going in on Antoine. Corey, kinda, but not so much. Just a little. But Antoine, yeah, because Antoine have shown to switch up a lot. And look, man, if you pay attention to Antoine, you'll realize that dude got some character flaws that are shaky and has been proven to be very fake. But at the same time, he's straight about money. So I get it. He's one of them people that's he got like I guess like a short man complex. I don't know what's going on with him. Pudgy and don't work out. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, look, mess around and be like, I don't work out. Look, play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Nah, but yeah, I guess he just one of them dudes that just feel as though like he's on top of the world. But hey, man, at the end of the day, people sometimes feel good on their high horse. He even had a even there's a podcast out now with his brothers on it, and they talking down on him. Yo, hey, look, man, you can't win everything, but hey,
Now he was a huge supporter of Corey Holcomb. And then Corey Holcomb started talking shit about him. So now he's like, man, you know, I don't think he was messing. And he was friends with Anton, but then he got caught up in some whole, you know, it's YouTube stuff, right? So I'm sure that O'Shea, and this might surprise you guys, but I'm sure O'Shea dropping 85 on y'all every 30 days. I'm talking 85 racks every 30 days just on the Anton shit. With 85,000 in your bank account in 30 days, would that look pretty nice? This is why, you know, shout out that, and now other people are talking about it. You know, the BB barbecue, the what's my man's name? Freezy, Fatty was talking about it. Shit, everybody talking about it. I had to come out of retirement and defend myself.
oh, don't forget, lead attorney had a back and forth for Corey because Corey tried to sue. He tried to come at lead attorney. Was not the right person to come at. Corey's he's setting himself up for destruction. I think we at a point now where as though we can say that Corey is probably self-destructed already. Not only he's self-destructed, he's been losing nothing but subscribers. People are not tuning in. Not only that, he's starting to look like a not looking. He's a lame now. You're starting to realize that everybody he has a problem with, he seems to always call every guy. It's like the women. It's like he's like 50 women that's in a room calling every guy a homo or a homo. You know, I don't want to say the name. I'm gonna just say he calling them every soft name in a book. For some odd reason, that's his go-to. That's his go-to. So you start to find out very quick that Corey is a very soft, tender man. You're starting to see that. A lot of people start to see do that. He had a problem with Godfrey. All of a sudden, Godfrey becomes a very sensitive man. How you doing? I like sausages. Like this is what Corey's doing now. Like everything is always a guy having the backdoor plunge. Like dog, it's dead now, man. It's dead. No one is feeling what you talking about now. Cause now we see it for what it is. It's like, dog, you done played yourself out, man. And now your subscribers going down, your viewing, everything. Darlene, you done disrespected Darlene, but for some odd reason she's still around, I guess, for the check. And you got Greg that's trying to be loyal, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Greg gonna bounce. Because Greg is seeing the self-destruction. He's seeing that you are a fraud. Because now you're starting to show. You starting to have hatred towards everybody. Dog, you a lame. Real lame.
Oh, thank you, Poetic Flacco. He was killing it. Oh, and yeah, Poetic Flacco. He probably been dropping a cool lady 500 on y'all too, on your head. It's like shit, man. I need to be making some more Anton. I feel bad because I know both of these brothers. You know, I have collabed with Corey. Corey Holcomb. Listen, I feel bad for the brother, man. You know his situation. Damn near 60 years old, got to rap about sucking dick. But everybody laughing about his age and stuff. He is 60. A lot of people don't. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it to 60. Truth be told, so shit, man. You got to do what you got to do. But I went out to the 5150 show and collab, met D, met Craig, went out to eat with Corey and Craig and maybe somebody else, I don't remember. They treated me real nice, spectacularly. Put me up in a nice hotel, paid for my travel, everything. Consummate professional. Then you got Anton over here. I first met Anton when at the Kevin Samuels funeral. And then I collabed with him on multiple occasions. And he had come on my channel, I guess, before. That was the first time I met him in person. So, guys, again, I don't have a dog in this fight. Anton has been mum after especially with the whole. Somebody write Mika, man. If you want to talk about the biggest winner, the biggest.
Oh yeah. Antoine had a big thing that got sparked up with the Mika, and that situation ended up turning sour because a week later or 2 weeks later, you started to see Mika null and void. Why? Antoine went on a rant. I can tell that dude started losing his masculine appeal. He started feeling it. That testosterone started skyrocketing low. I can't do anything no more. Dog, dog. I think when you portray yourself to be somebody that you're not, all because you spending money, and then you say, I got hoes, like, where at? Where? And then you start to look at that. You look at that situation and you say to yourself, Antoine, you playing yourself, dog. Like you're portraying yourself to be something you're not. Okay, you got money, but dog, the money is not going to make you seem like a guy that's on top of the world that you can get anything you want. But for some odd reason, he felt that way. And then all of a sudden, when he started getting exposed, he started lashing out. You got a chance to see that his household was being tormented and ruined. Okay.
Winner has to be O'Shea. The person that really got the short end of the stick, man. Shout out to that girl. Ain't nobody said nothing. Ain't nobody said nothing nice to about her, man. Shout out to Mika, man. She trying. And if I was Mika, I still be trying too because Anton ain't been talking about this, but Anton making 150,000 minimum every 30 days. If you get around somebody who's making 150,000, 175,000 every 30 days, you're like, shit, man. Just give me 2 months. Somebody write 2 in the chat. Somebody press 2. 2 months of 150,000. It'll change your life. So I see why she might want to be like, oh man, I gotta find a way.
Don't get it twisted. She's married too. But for some odd reason, you don't see her dude. They already exposed that. Tasha K already said something about that and let everybody know that her dude is not in the government. She lied about that. He's a actual police officer. But who knows what's going on with their relationship? I can tell you it can't be good. It can't be. It's no way. I'm a guy. Any guy out here know a relationship like that cannot be good when you're around a dude like Antoine that's not doing, he's not Big Willie, but he's betraying because he's spending the money to get in the ducats, get it with nothing to throwing in the dick in the bucket. I'm just saying, like, dude, hey, yo, you can't win everything, man.
I gotta make a way, right? So if Poetic Flock, I think O'Shea is the goat on this one. I'm sure he done dropped 90 on multiple months on y'all's heads. If he's the biggest winner, it has to be Mika, who came out just the absolute worst. She went on that show with that brother. He grilled her ass up. Then she went on Tasha K for some reason. Shout out to Mika, man. Who we got in this thing, man? We got Fit. Shout out to Fit Lawyer ATL. Just had dinner with the homegirl, what, 2, 3 days ago? We went to Fogo. She's like, oh, Fogo's about that meat. I took her to the meat. She was like, oh, I don't want to eat too much meat. And I looked over and she had that shit stacked up. We were both just like, oh, we were killing it. If anybody in the ATL, man, reach out to your boy. Shit, man, what is up? Big shout out to Fit. Excellent attorney. She was just she did a live stream shit. Fit. What was that live stream you did about? I'm old, guys. I'm like Corey. I'm damn near 50. I can't keep up with all these poo shiesty people and all that. I don't know what the hell going on. But big shout out to Fit, man. Check out her last live stream. She was cooking. We got Smell the Roses in here. Shout out to Smell the Roses. You in the ATL, right?
So we're gonna.
And then I'm starting some new channels where I'm gonna help the. And he's exactly right. When I heard Corey call, and lawyers, we're not supposed to go around starting beefs. We're, hey, Flacco, you need to, I don't want to say that stuff. Now, Flacco had a misunderstanding about how the law worked. Flacco was thinking, oh, he has to name me specifically. And that's not the law. Flacco was thinking, oh, I ain't got no case because he didn't say my name specifically. Now, how's Flacco supposed to know? He's not an attorney, right? There's no shade. That's not how it worked, though. So when Little Gaming Channel said, you about to end it in pockets now, and we can talk about this. So we're going to go through all of it, guys. Apparently, I don't even want to go through all that. But big shout out to the Little Gaming Channel. He is the stream sponsor. Let me put my man up in the banner here. The
Flacco, that situation is wild because he was doing a lot of content on Corey. And Corey felt as though it was cool to call people out, but not realizing that dude sparked up everything in that conversation for everybody to talk about him. I'm just saying, Corey calling everybody backdoor your gang. He's loose meat. Give me the beef. That's what he is right now. Like he's the new Mark because he became that Mark because just how stupid he is. This is what it is.
100, 200,000 views by now. So at least 200,000 people maybe had the opportunity to look at that. Then the next Tuesday, Corey displays a T-shirt depicting Anton's daughter and Anton's wife as apes. He offers the shirt for sale to viewers, claiming the proceeds would go to charity. However, no accounting of the funds have been provided. Right. And then so a month later, bam. Anton's family files this lawsuit. All right, so that's kind of that's kind of the backdrop. Now, who's involved? We got the daughter, again, 17 years old, high school. She lives in Michigan. She has no real social media presence that I know of, but she's an elite taekwondo athlete. I think Anton said she's an Olympic trial contender. Is that right? And then the wife of Anton uh, resides with him in Detroit, and she's on his shows sometimes, but I don't know if I don't think she has her own show. And then the defendants, Corey Holcomb, we know him and the 5150 show. And again, as I pointed out, Anton is not a plaintiff. This is only brought by his family, by his daughter and his wife. Now, what do we got? The causes of action.
Now, I'm gonna let him finish off this, but I'm gonna tell you right now. I said a while back, Corey has is about to get handed to him. And it's not even a pause moment. He's gonna have to empty those pockets. Not only he's gonna have to empty those pockets, Corey gonna lose so much money. You know why? When you continuously keep being comfortable, like you keep saying to yourself, I am comfortable disrespecting people's kids and wives that have nothing to do with the situation. This is what's gonna happen. You put their face on a shirt and you call them eight. You are the lowest class of classes. Damn.
What is Anton talking about? He's saying number one, defamation per se. Why? That's for Leslie saying that Corey called Leslie a homophobic slur on air. False light also with Leslie, placing her as in a false offensive public light. We got defamation against Corey for what he said about Leslie, or this one about the putting her on the on the shirt, on the merchandise as a gorilla. Defamation. Sharita is bringing this one again for the ape on the shirt. Both Leslie and Sharita have their own independent claims for intentional affliction of emotional distress, right? And then this California Civil Code, the unauthorized commercial use of Leslie being a minor. Now let's talk a little bit about the defamation per se, the slur. What was said? Man, let me do this. Let me see if I can find what Corey said. Corey said so much about that girl. Let me see if I can find it.
And that's the part that strikes me as something where I felt as though Greg, I don't know what Greg and them said to Corey, but I'm gonna tell you this. I don't think anybody told him, hey, my man, no, don't do that. Not that. I'm gonna tell you why. Corey pays a lot of people, you can tell. But they're yes men, but they're most likely eventually going to become no men because they're going to bounce because Corey not going to be able to pay them, and he going to end up finding out that people got love for him, but they don't stand for the ignorance. But the problem is we in dying times right now where people are struggling, so they would take anything. Just like Darlene took that disrespect, that one show, she was right back.
he said,
And that's the crazy part that make you realize too.
it's going to take me too long to go through it, but he said a lot about that girl, guys. But again, even though he made all these statements about this girl, Anton's family is only suing for two reasons. Only one statement, right? Well, they're suing for multiple reasons, but one about the statement of the dyke, and then two about the ape on the shirt. So what was said, Corey Holcomb refers to Anton Daniel's daughter, a 17-year-old, as an ugly ass dyke. at timestamp 2:05:46 in the broadcast. He knew she was a minor. Now, this is debatable. He showed her clear, unblurred photo while making these statements. That's true. And it's also true that the broadcast was monetized. Now, why could this be defamation per se? Dyke is a homophobic slur imputing homosexuality, a specific false factual claim. And this is what Anton James is saying. Hey, man, if you think my 17-year-old daughter at 17-year-old at the time is homophobic, fine. Homophobic is a lesbian, is a homosexual, fine, prove it. You said it. You're going to talk about my girl's sexuality. Okay, prove it. Oh, you can't prove it, but you said it and you didn't retract it. And not only did you not retract it, you made a t-shirt about it the next time the next time you aired, you made a t-shirt talking about her as being an ape. Okay. The complaint says that Leslie is heterosexual, right? So defamation per se means damages are presumed. You don't need to prove specific economic loss. Now, if we go back and listen to what Anton was talking about that day after, he was like, hey, man, my daughter is destroyed.
Yo, I remember that show, and I've seen a lot of people in his comment section, yo, saying that wouldn't be me. That wouldn't be me. I would have did this. I'm gonna tell you something. Antoine's so smart, so savvy when it comes to business. You can tell Corey business practices don't go far. The way he thinks, the way he acts, it's like dude don't have any decency to understand that there's certain things you don't do. And I think what happens is you get away with so much, you think you're going to get away with everything with everybody, not realizing you going up against a man that understand business contracts. He owns his own platform. He has multiple platforms. Now I get it. It does not matter if you do not agree with this man on everything. It does not matter. But I'm gonna tell you what does matter. What matters is when you understand that this man, Antoine Daniels, understands how business goes, he's not gonna mess up his money. But he's not gonna allow you to disrespect his family. So when you did it, he's like, "Ooh, I got a better way to get you. You disrespect my daughter, disrespect my wife. Now you about to pay up." And now Corey is always doing something stupid on his show. I don't even watch it no more. But that's neither the you know what I mean, I'm not gonna go in on his show. Y'all know, if anybody ever watched it, it's not entertaining anymore. It's just not.
She's got to go. Maybe she's on her way to the clinic, the hospital. There may be medical bills. He was talking about maybe therapy, treatment. All that costs money. If it's defamation per se, you don't even have to prove your medicals. If you're a private citizen, and we're going to get into this. But defamation per se is like, hey, man, we're going to presume that you were injured. And that's, the money comes in because you get that, and you probably get the attorney's fees, cost of litigation. So, what are the strengths and the weaknesses of Anton's family's claim regarding the daughter in defamation? The strengths is that the specific false statement of fact about there was a specific false statement of fact about an identified minor. That's true. Photos showed simultaneously. That's true. She's a private figure. We're going to talk about this. If you're a private figure, you have the lower fault standard. It's negligence, not actual malice. So this means Corey didn't need he didn't need to have malice in his heart when he was saying these things about the daughter's sexuality. He could have just been saying it negligently, that he didn't go and look it up. He didn't research it. He didn't need to say it to hurt her. He just needed to say it wantonly. He just needed to be running his fucking mouth. Negligence is a much easier standard than actual malice. And you get this easy standard if you are a private figure. Is she a regular person? And what also hurts is that this broadcast that Corey did was monetized. So it's not just private speech, right?
Not only that, and I see what the lead is talking about. That's why I like listening to the source that knows the law. And one thing I realized by it being monetized means it picked up a lot of eyes. A lot of eyes, a lot of ears was listening to the situation that went down. Looking at the picture that got displayed on t-shirts. Hearing Corey disrespect a man's wife. Sad, man. We're in sad times right now, but lead attorney is the page you already see. You want to look at more of it, but I'm telling you right now, Corey, Corey's finished, yo. He's done. Peace and love, y'all. Like and subscribe.